What's going on, guys? This is Carl with the RacerRed channel. I'm here riding around Craters of the Moon on my way to Idaho Falls, and after that we'll head through Wyoming onto Mount Rushmore, then the Pikes Peak. I haven't really recorded much up to this point just because it's very familiar territory, that and we've been going way too fast. Yeah, I'm going to be putting about 2,400 miles on the bike this trip. I've done about as much as I could during the short time that I had before the trip. To get the bike prepared, I got a windscreen, the rear rack, and a tank bag. Pretty much biggest thing so far with this trip is comfort. We've been having a lot of struggles trying to stay comfortable. We've taken the backpack off of this bike and put it on the other bike, and then we've just done some moving around with some luggage. But now I think we're to a point where we are pretty comfortable. Alright, we're entering Arco, Idaho. Each graduating year at the local high school, they paint up on those rocks. Pretty crazy. Goes back a long ways. Yeah, now we're way closer to the numbers up there. You can get a better look. To me, I can see it super easy, but the GoPro might not show it very well. Yeah, 1951, lots of 80s, 1950. And you can see in front of me the real scenery. We've got two Beta motorcycles. This is where we stayed on our first night, and it works pretty good. I just wanted to start recording right here because it is so green. So green. These rolling hills are all just beautiful. Kind of going into the mountains here. Really cool spot. I don't think I've been here before. Alright guys, so right now I'm heading into Jackson, Wyoming. I had a stop there in Briggs, Idaho, and now we're heading into Wyoming. Lucky kids get to ride on that in the summertime. It looks like a really good time. Got their sweet dirt bike helmets. Well, now we're in Jackson, Wyoming. Apparently that last town was just a suburb. Oh, that's cool. There are a lot of little shops around here. The Teton Mountain Range right there. Still a lot of snow up there. Kind of gives you an idea of how tall those are here in the middle of July. Alright, what is going on here? Is there a wild animal or a wreck? Wild bear? Or an alien in the road? Freaking alien. Government cover-up of a freaking alien. My left, there's a bunch over there too, but they're on the run. Looks like moose to the left, bison to my right, moose to the left, and bison in the middle of the road. Maybe. Hello, Hello, bison. They're rude. They don't even say anything. They just walk away. Bombs are flying. People are dying. Children are crying. Politicians are lying. How are you? I'm super. Thanks for asking. My head is not the most comfortable right now. This helmet isn't the best for wind noise. So I'm on day number 2, and wind noise, it really gets to you. Figured I'd start recording right here just because of the terrain right here is like really, really unique. A lot of red rock type stuff. It's pretty cool. I found out that to reduce fatigue, you wear earplugs. It has made a world of difference. Now I've got earplugs in. Yeah, I can barely hear myself, but also the wind noise is dramatically reduced. This is making the trip so much easier. Probably about 80% of my fatigue had to do with the wind noise, so the trip just got put in easy mode for me. Within a short time, we've seen the Teton Mountain Range, which is just an amazing mountain range. Covered in trees and everything, lots of greenery. Before that, it was all rolling hills, just grass, a lot of wooded area, and now this terrain is totally contrasting to that. It really is pretty. That's one of the great things about riding street bikes is you can cover so much ground. And a lot of people would say, well, why not take a car? And the answer to that is you're immersed in your environment on a motorcycle. And so you're experiencing it a completely different way. You're experiencing it closer than your dog experiences it when he's hanging his head out the window when you're driving along. You're completely in it as opposed to almost watching it. I mean, when you're in a car, it almost feels like you're just watching the environment pass by on a TV or something, because you're totally you're climate controlled. You're not getting any of the wind, and you have complete comfort. Whereas right now, of course, I've got a little bit of fatigue of, you know, my hands hurt, my butt hurts, but that's all part of the experience, and being in the environment is also part of the experience. I get to experience different temperature changes and the wind direction changes. Everything in the environment, it all comes in a package, and you can't truly experience it without all of those elements. Much like when you're watching TV, you don't really feel like you're at the Grand Canyon. You don't feel like you're at the Grand Canyon when you're watching it on TV. But when you're riding through it on a motorcycle, it just is experienced in such a more in-depth way, and a very real way that feels like you're truly in it. And that's the appeal of riding a motorcycle. And not only that, but a motorcycle requires a lot more attention, so your brain is always turned on, and you really do feel like you're part of the experience. If I was in a car doing this trip, it wouldn't be nearly as special, and I wouldn't get to experience things nearly as much as I am on the motorcycle. After a couple days of riding, just to give you an idea, the most fatiguing thing by far was the wind noise. Look at these beautiful canyon walls right here. That's cool. Again, in person, it's just so much different. Every time I see something like this in person, I see it, I go back and I watch it on video, and I'm like, what? That doesn't even look the same at all. I'm riding across Wyoming right now. I am almost to Casper, driving or riding across Wyoming. This is what it will look stuff that I don't record just because it's a little bit more boring. Right now I'm headed towards Mount Rushmore. We'll get there tomorrow. Here, just doing a straight line like this, it is really nice to have a comfortable bike. Right now I'm pretty comfortable. Yeah, I can definitely do this all day. Look at that moon dropping in the Casper right now. The moon looks huge. Again, I don't think it's going to pick up that well on the helmet camera, but that is so pretty. And we don't want to go here.